Hello viewers, this is your faithful narrator. Today I want to talk about a couple optional rules that I'm working on, and these are primarily for solo play. Now these are optional rules. This is coming from what I like to call Muppet Labs, meaning it's not at all official. This primarily covers things that I've come up with playing solo that ease my solo experience. I'm talking about using orders rules and a varied flank attack method. Alright, now let's go down to the map. Now we'll start with Green's command here. Here's Green marching towards the Brandywine. When using my Musket Battles solo orders rules, you don't have to worry about drawing orders on maps or anything like that. What is required is that all your blocks are facing the same way. Now they can move forward, to the side, whatever you want them to do, but they all have to be keeping the same facing. If you want to turn, say move like this, that requires a change of orders. To change orders, you flip your HQ over to spent. Easy peasy, simple. But say unbeknownst to General Green, General Nipphausen has crossed the Brandywine and is now coming at him like this. Now it's his turn to move. He wants to face that. So he goes like this. And now he can change and face that, or change and simply adjust to the new development. Now notice these units haven't moved. Wayne and some detachments. They don't have to face the same way these guys are facing because they haven't moved yet. But if they move, they must end their move facing the same direction. What you can't do is if you were in this situation and you wanted to jump ahead, see you like that to jump ahead, well now you can't change orders. So what are you going to do? You can't do a number of different things at once. As per miniatures rules, when you attack, you conform to the defender. So here, they can attack, keeping their facing. Now here they've contacted, and they conform to the defender like that.
Now a thing a command can do is refuse its flanks by 45 degrees, like this, or even like this.
Now I've also mentioned some new flanking rules that come in part with these orders. With these orders rules, you cannot attack like this and then flank like that because you're changing your frontage. What you can do is if you have an adjacent unit that isn't facing anyone, not adjacent to anyone, then you get an advantage die. So here the attacking colonial forces would get a 4 die, the defending British forces would get a 3 die. They'd still get a 3 die. It's only if you're actually attacking from the flank that the flank fires with a 2 die. What if you have overwhelming forces? Now you have a +2 die advantage, which means that the attacker gets to use a 4 die and the defender has to use a 2 die. If the defender is on a hill and has cover, the attack would normally have a disadvantaged 2 die, but he's got a flanker, so he's got a 3 die. And if he had another guy, he could get a 4 die. It's all relative. To summarize, one flanker gets a 1 die advantage, a 4 die versus a 3 die. Or the defender has cover, instead of a 2 die, they get a 3 die. So this would be a 3 die and a 3 die. One guy gives you a 4 die on a 3 die. 2 guys give you a 4 die on a 2 die. This is your 2 die attacking a 3 die. Now you have a 3 die attacking a 3 die. Now you have a 4 die attacking a 3 die. Now this is a critical thing. It's very common in miniatures rules, but not so it doesn't come up in hex rules. Say you've got a line defender. They're like that. Wayne's brigade attacks. Muhlenberg wants to support him, but now he's come into contact like this. He gets squared up with the defender and becomes 2 regular attacks. He can't aid that attack. He either has to come over to here, or he has to divide it into 2 attacks. Again, gentlemen's rules. You're trying to defend a long line. You've got these guys stretched out, and you say, okay, there's not enough room to attack. I'm intentionally placing them too close. And this is important because in a game like this, when you're playing and you're moving stuff, it's easy to move things around, block them. So you say, okay, here's my intention. My intention is there's not enough space to fit a guy through there. Therefore, this has to happen. Or I could simply support the main attack or attack over here. The other nice thing about having this flanking rule is that you get a bonus for being here, and you don't have to do this and expose your flank to an attack. Now if you're a minis player, this should all be intuitive. You're just going, oh, there it goes. If you're not used to minis, this might take a game or two to wrap your head around. but it's actually pretty easy. So next time when you see me play, and I'm using my solo battles rules, if it seems like I'm missing opportunities or not doing something or leaving things open, I'm playing with paperless orders. That's what I call this system, a paperless order system, because you don't need to draw your orders on a separate map sheet or anything. And everyone has the same limitations on both sides. Okay, so when you're playing like that, it may not be exactly like if you were using written orders. You can't get as specific about things. But the whole point of playing with orders, or any written orders rules, is to limit what you can do, because you don't have godlike knowledge of the battlefield and powers everywhere to move each unit individually. Instead, you have some real limitations to where you can move. Is this realistic? It's not realistic in the sense of how actual written orders are used and how units are commanded and moved. It is very realistic in the sense of how removed you feel from having a personal leader in each individual block. But hey, we're just trying this out. Well, actually, I'm just trying this out as a sole option. I encourage you to try it out and see what works for you. And let me know in the comments below. Here we are. Let me know in the comments below your experiences and how it works for you. And any thoughts you might have on whether you think this is a good idea or not. I've played it with a few games. I haven't really said anything, but I've been using it. And I think it works pretty well. As always, play the map.